Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys had a wonderful and great week. Hope you guys had a great weekend, a safe weekend, a blessed weekend. Hope the kids had a good time. I know they had a day off last week and they got another damn day off on Thursday. So please, parents, prepare yourself and prepare them because they're not going to school and they're probably banking on this. If they haven't told you, I'm going to be that snitch. I'm going to be the person to telling on them. They ain't got school Thursday, this coming Thursday. So so make sure you get them calendars and make sure you start marking off when kids are going to be in school and not be in school. But besides that, like I said, I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I had one myself. I was blessed and happy, had a great time looking at a lot of football games. I'm a big LSU fan. We took a L this week to Mississippi State. Great team, but this is the playoffs. You got a chance to enter back in the top 10 and get back into the playoffs. This is just the beginning of the SEC season, and we ain't even dig into all other teams, the Texas, the Oklahomas, the Floridas, the Alabamas, because basically if you win, whoever win the West, usually 9 out of 10 go to the national championship or go into the playoffs. So I don't know if that's still uphold. So we're going to see. This is one of the topics I wanted to speak to you guys about today. For you boxing fan, Terrence Crawford and Canelo at the 168 division. It was a hell of a fight. That was a fight for the ages. Boxing needed it because I'm sorry to say this, Mayweather messed up boxing. And the reason why I say Mayweather messed up boxing is because everybody wants to be everybody want to be the money, Money Mayweather? Everybody want to be the Money Mayweather, but nobody want to be the pretty boy Floyd. Nobody want to be the pretty boy Mayweather, the beginning Mayweather, the Mayweather that went through the gauntlet, the Mayweather that was held back by Top Rank. And I'm saddened about Top Rank because Top Rank keep holding back so many terrific fighters that can go on to the Zone, that can go on to, I think, the Sheik. I don't know, forgot what his name of his promotion is, but he's promoted some of the biggest fights. Nobody can't complain or, talk about they're not getting paid. He's paying him. I understand people in the sport hate because they saying he's a trust fund, baby. He's not a trust fund. He just want to make the sports better. Sidebar. The same people that's from where he's from in Saudi Arabia end up buying EA Sports for $5.5 billion. So let that sink in your head. Yes, I said it. EA Sports sold off to one of the sheiks in Saudi Arabia for $5.5 billion. You go do your research on that, ChatGPT, Claudia, and all other stuff. But back to this. And it was a wonderful fight. Terrence Crawford and, Canelo. Canelo's a hell of a fighter. He's been a champion for damn near what? Since he lost to Mayweather, he's been on top of the ranks. He's been the face of boxing forever. I take my hat off to him because he's one of those dudes. He can move a crowd. When COVID ended, he was the guy that had his first match, even though it was against somebody who a nobody. But you seen what type of crowd he brought. Like they was at the Dallas Stadium. He sold it out. He brought all of Mexico into Texas, even though Texas really is Mexico, but that's another story. But he brought all the fans in there, and they sold out the place. Terrence Crawford, the only thing I hate about this is we didn't get a lot of seeing greatness in him. Don't get me wrong, he beat the hell out of Earl Spence. He knocked, I don't know if it was a knockdown or knockout by Sean Porter. Sean Porter never been knocked down. Sean Porter probably not been knocked down, but never been knocked out or never been on the canvas before until he met Bud Crawford. And now he had a chance to go 3 weight classes. Let me get this straight. Let me close this because I don't need this. This man moved 3 weight classes. I'm tired of hearing people saying this man moved 2 weight classes. The man skipped in 154 for 2 seconds, won a belt, never fought again, and moved up to 168. This man moved up 3 weight classes from 147 after beating possibly a unified champion who was a unified champion, was great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Earl Spence Jr., take my hat off to him. I don't care. If you walk into a boxing ring, I don't care what accidents you've been through. I don't care what your body went through. If you know what's up for grabs when you walk inside that ring and knowing what possibly can happen to you and you still do it, I'm going to take my hat off to you. You're 100%. You're 100%. You 100% to go in that boxing match. I don't want to hear shit about your rotator cuff was messed up. Your arm was messed up, all other stuff. If you're willing to go in the battlegrounds and knowingly you're probably not 100%, but you still get in it, that's your fault. We don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear that now that people trying to discredit the Bud Crawford and Canelo fight. He's too old. He still got in the ring. Triple G was too old, was old and still fought Canelo. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about age. Lomachenko still got in the ring and he was old and he still fought Devin Haney. I don't want to hear that. If you're willing to get in the combat sports or on the gridiron, the court, whatever, and you're still getting on there knowing you're not 100%, I don't want to hear no excuses because you took the chance to still get on that court and say you are that. But back to what I was saying, yeah, Terrence Bud Crawford moved up 3 weight classes, and I'm not going to argue the greatest of all time because that starts a whole new argument. But damn it, we going to talk about it today. Floyd Mayweather is the greatest of all time, any boxer. I understand everybody got their own reason why other people should be Foreman, should be Muhammad Ali before he went to prison, should be Mike Tyson before he did. It's so many other people, but I say Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest of all time. Terrence Crawford is the greatest of all time in our era. Why? Because this man went up 3 weight classes. And put this in your head. Look at any other great boxer. Somebody that didn't take a match at the weight class that he going to fight the undisputed champion of the world. Not a interim champ, not a play champ, not one of them titles that they get. And I hate they got so many titles. They just need to come up with one title like UFC and MMA, and let's just call it quits. But they got WBC, WBA, magazine, IBF. I might be missing one, but it's a shitload of those. But he went up from 147, 154, 160, 168, and fought the undisputed champion. How in the hell you guys tell me that Canelo is old, but he beat everybody and cleaned out the house in 168? Canelo's not even older than Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford older than Canelo. Canelo just has more fight because he started younger. He started way younger. And before then, when he fought Mayweather, I think he almost had like 30 fights already, and he was like in his 20s. He already had those many fights. Let's stop downplaying people's greatness. Terrence Crawford is great. Only thing that sucks that we couldn't see this way earlier before time. We knew he was great, but because of Top Rank that I dislike and despise because they hold back too many great fighters. Big Baby Anderson, heavyweight dude. That can be the next American top heavyweight boxer, but he's doing boxing for the wrong reasons. He's only boxing because he just want money, not greatness. Not saying he's one of the Americans' top fighters, heavyweight champ. Because think about it, do your history. When the last time you seen an American heavyweight? Right now, it's Udrich, I think from Ukraine or Russia. That's now the undisputed champ at heavyweight division. And he didn't went through quite a few good heavyweights week in and week out. They keep picking and choosing who he need to fight, and he's beating everybody. He just need to call it a day. But if you look him up, he dancing all the goddamn time. He having fun all the damn time. But he takes his work serious. So yeah, man, let's not downgrade his greatness. Terrence Crawford is the greatest of our era. Anybody got a chance to watch him? A kid from Nebraska, Omaha, came out and showed you he's the greatest of all time. He can be next to Floyd. Now, the only arguments now we're going to have is Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, and I always see this, I see this in athletes. We always sneak disc a little bit. We always throw something in there. Well, did Terrence Crawford do this? Did Terrence Crawford do that? No, just embrace it. Buddy went and beat Canelo. Mayweather, I know deep down in his head, somewhere in his head or his heart, that he felt like nobody else was going to beat Canelo. He didn't really truly believe that Terrence Crawford was going to go that many weight classes up and go and fight him and then win, bro. And then I take my hat off for a class act for him giving the belts back to Canelo because those belts are tailor-made and custom for him. He said, yeah, I beat him for the belts, but I won the titles. Let that sink in. He beat him for his belts, but he gave it back to him. He gonna get his own customized belt. I hope they come back like Nebraska color, like the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and come like that. That'd be a dope ass belt for him to have. But man, let's not downplay people's greatness, man. He did it. He did what Mayweather did, and what all other boxers saying now. Oh man, they got to find out a way to do something like that. Nobody else gonna jump their ass up to that many weight classes to fight. But boxing, we need the type of boxing we had. That Gervonta Tank Davis and is it Logan Paul or something Logan? I don't know what his name is, Logan. Like, that's a gimmick fight, but I understand who Tank Davis' mentor was, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather did everything with Gervonta that he wished he should have did the first time with himself, except going through them gauntlets of fighter, even though that's what made him the greatest of all time because he went through a gauntlet of them, then actually saying, yo, you can't eat legacy. You can't eat legacy. You can't get that in your hand. So now he did the right thing. He made Gervonta probably the youngest champion in boxing. He made him a pay-per-view, star. He was on the same level as Canelo as being a box office guy like anywhere. But as soon as he fought Isaac Cruz, I felt like Tank Davis is becoming human now. Ain't no more knockouts. You don't even have to be able to outbox Tank. All you got to do is not be able to be knocked out, and you'll be known as one of them. Isaac Cruz became one of those dudes just because he didn't get knocked out by Tank Davis. Even though Tank Davis, his hand was messed up, but he couldn't knock him out. But he couldn't do it to Lamont Roach because Lamont Roach came from 130 to 135, didn't have a weight clause or anything, and now he fought somebody that can go toe-to-toe with him. Gervonta need to run it back. But if you want to go get your money because that's what Mayweather did. But once you get the money, are you going to still have the feistiness in you to go box? Are you going to really have that energy to do it anymore? Because think about Conor McGregor. Once he fought Floyd Mayweather, you talking about this dude had this is the first time I ever seen a Lamborghini boat, pure gold. And he tried to get back into the MMA, and I think he fought Dustin something. I know he's from South Florida.
Dustin Poirier.
Who?
Dustin Poirier?
Dustin Poirier. He went and fought him, then ended up messing around and broke his damn leg. When athletes get to that point to where they got enough money, why are you still in the sport? Combat sport, you can't play with. That's something you can't. Khabib could have still stayed in there, but Khabib left because of his father passing and he didn't want to have another match. So he became a coach, and now he's training some great MMA fighters. But once athletes get that substantial amount of money, why are you still in it? For the love of the sport? Because the only person I usually can say this for is Tom Brady, because he was just still in the love of the damn game. If Tom Brady would have never got that retirement party, his last retirement party, I think he would have came back because he loved the game. He knows he doesn't know too much other things that he can do to be great in, and he's being great now. He's a partial owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, and also he's a commentary. I don't know how the hell he's the owner in that at the same time. I know it got to be somewhere a conflict of interest, but because he's Tom Brady, that's what's going to happen. He's going to be that guy. And Michael Jordan's coming to be a commentator too, come this upcoming NBA season. If anybody missed that, he's going to be that. So, to switch to another topic I've noticed in the NFL, or just in the realm of betting. I know somebody's seen something wrong with that Dallas and Green Bay game this past week in overtime, when Green Bay didn't even try to take shots at that end zone to end the game. There was another game in college this week. Damn. I think the point spread was 6. Buddy picked the ball up, turned around, could have easily just slid because the time was over with, and went and got a safety. And I think the point spread ended up by, I don't know, please don't get me wrong because I don't know the betting terminology. The game was supposed to be by 7. No, the game was supposed to be by 5 or something. The game was 2 points short. And somebody had to tell him in his head, yo, turn around, run for the safety. Now, if you go look at the replay of it, the time already ran out before he even got to the location. I don't believe it. Gambling is affecting the sport, the authenticity of the sport. I feel like the sport is rigged now. All sports are rigged that can possibly be with gambling. Any type of gambling that can go into sports now, I just feel like it's tainted. It's messed up. Like, we can't even look at a game. The one time I made a bet, I can say that. One time I did Prize Pick, and I put some money up for Saquon Barkley to catch 2 passes, and the game was over. He had to catch this one more pass. Game was over with. This man hurt, threw the ball to him. Perfect. Seen him catch this ball many times this way, and he drops it, and then Atlanta get the ball back. This was the last year game. Atlanta gets the ball back, and Kirk Cousins goes downfield. And I had Kirk Cousins under, I think, like 250, and he got 300. And then the tight end Pitt, who was only limited to 3 catches, ended up getting 5 catches. When I sat there in my hand and I looked at all these numbers change that quick, the game is rigged, man. You can't tell me nothing else. Since betting is involved now, the game has been rigged. And I don't respect that. Like, we're messing with the game. Why are we rigging the game? Who needs the money? I feel like gambling is our Federal Reserve, not the hard money that's being taxed, not the money that's coming out of our hard-earned checks when we keep seeing all these 1,000 different taxes. I really believe our real, true Federal Reserve, where we get money, the United States, is from Vegas. I just feel like that, because watch any game and watch how the game is played and watch how certain things are done. Look at it as a fan, but look at it. But change your lens for a second and sit back and be like, let me see how this game works. Because I'm telling you, there's no way Green Bay was running the ball in overtime with it in their hand. They didn't run the ball the whole game. They had 2 running back. They had Jacobs and the other kid, taking carry. Jacobs had 1 run, I think, got him up to like 60 or probably like 80 yards total. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing them run the ball in overtime. Never took a shot at the end zone, not once. Didn't take a shot at the end zone, not once. And they played for the field goal to tie it. I need to know what the hell that money line was. I need to know what was put up for that. Because now both of those teams, whether the Dallas Cowboys or Green Bay, is going to have a difficulty, because that tie, I've been a part of ties in certain teams. It can hinder you or it can help you when it comes in playoff position or division position or, winning a division championship. I just feel like all sports are rigged that has anything to do with gambling. Let me switch to another topic for you. You might like this one right here. But guys, I realize anytime I ask somebody to go research something, we have these phones, we have computers, we have anything. If somebody say, yo, go research something, you won't go research it. Hell, you want somebody to give you the answer. Go research something. I feel like we're so conditioned as people that we won't go do the research. We'll rather let somebody else tell us, even though, yeah, they might be valid, but don't you want to know it for your understanding? Don't you want to know how you understand this? Or I don't care what it is. Just make sure that you go do the search. You go do the research. Bro, we got ChatGPT. We got any type of AI. We even got Copilot. When you turn your computer on, you got Copilot. Ask it or learn how to prompt to ask it, because I'm realizing now, I've been taking AI courses. It depends how we ask questions to this artificial intelligence so we can get the answer we want. And I really do believe, going down the rabbit hole, if we learn how to keep using AI and learning how to talk to AI, I believe our language in English or whatever language we may want to call this, we're going to start talking to each other in AI terms. Why? Because you want to know how this artificial intelligence works. And the only way you know it works, you have to be able to talk to it in a certain way. You have to ask it a certain question so it can re-engineer itself, so it can second guess itself. It can go back and forth with itself. It can walk you through. Like, it's a few prompts. I'm going to leave it on my Instagram on Sneaks, and I'm going to leave it on the Prolific Podcast Mindset. I'm going to put prompts up there. Anything that you do, go use those prompts and watch how they're being asked. Like, ask it and watch how it's answering certain things to you. It give you better answers. But I just believe now that we have to learn the language, artificial intelligence language, that it's going to become so second nature to us that we going to have to sound like it, talking to each other. And we not going to even notice that. It's just because of we got to learn how to talk like it. The only way we're going to get artificial intelligence to work correctly. And yeah, like I said, I was taking AI courses, and it's crazy that I see how much people are charging people to, learn certain things in AI. And it's like, we can go on YouTube and learn half of this. Some parts of my course, I went on YouTube and already knew a majority of these stuff, like Gamma, or like I started doing music only for my own ears, not to make money. It's called Producer AI. It's got Sono AI. They have so many different applications out there now that it can help you and give back time, but not cut your thought process. I'm realizing now that since artificial intelligence coming out, they're allowing it to be replacing what they're thinking. Don't allow something. That's why it's artificial, meaning it's not real. It's fake. It's artificial. It's not real. People are using AI to give them the answer. They're not questioning AI to help them better understand whatever the task is. From chat box to AI agents to whatever application that you're using. I started using Notebook LM. And Notebook LM is a app or an AI agent that breaks down podcasts, that breaks down books, that breaks down articles, that break down so many things. And the crazy thing is, there's a feature on there that it's a podcast going on, and you can join in on it and talk back and forth with it. And that's crazy to be able to talk and be able to hold a conversation with artificial intelligence while it's breaking down your information, whether it's a book that you put the link into, whether it's the YouTube link. I started using it for my own thing. I started putting it together and started using Notebook LM. But there's so many different AI applications that we can use that can strengthen what we do, not replace our thinking, not replace our critical thinking, not replacing our hard work. Let's still stay with it. Let's just have it help us think differently, not replace our thinking, because I realized that they put artificial intelligence out without actually teaching us how to use it. And now I'm seeing they're putting courses out, and people need to take it. If you don't have time, they have online courses, and they have courses that you can go in, and you can, every Saturday, every Tuesday and Thursday, just check up on it. Miami-Dade offer it. Miami-Dade is one of the schools that's in South Florida, and probably in other places they offer it too. But make sure you do your research before you start taking artificial intelligence classes, whether it's AI awareness, AI analytics, quantum business, AI health. Make sure you get a valid school and a program that just only don't offer this one course. They offer continuation of education. So you don't just stop here with your certification. You can keep going, because myself, I'm going for my associates and my bachelor's in those areas so I don't be left out. And also I can create my own lane and income in creating chat bots or creating AI bots or just creating a software or workspace that can reduce the time that used to take you to do, still keep your thinking into it. It can replace what you do and go forward. But let me go back to what I'm doing. But guys, we have enough technology around us to go research anything that we want. Go look up anything that we want. Go create anything that we want. AI they gave us so many sources of resources of ways of looking up stuff, doing research, whether doing work and all that, to the point that we're so conditioned that we don't want to use it anymore now. Like not even use it anymore. We just don't even look for it. We'll go to Google. And think about Google got their own thing where you think Gemini 2.5, 3.5, I think coming out. And now that's for Google. Microsoft 360 now got Copilot and have a little bit of integration of AI bot in it. Every LM language model, just in case, I'm sorry, using that language model, LM, every one has its own type of AI integration. Learn how to use your chat GPT. Learn how to go use GPT. Go learn how to use the agent. Google offered that. ChatGPT offered that. Claudia offered that. Every platform offered that. As long as it I know if it has a Copilot on it, it offered GPT. And we, as the people, need to learn how to use this, because the world is going to change, and the world's moving at the snap of our fingers right now. It's happening. It's happening quickly. And we don't need to be left behind. Make sure you still read books. Go ahead and read these hard things. I got one of my favorite books, got a Rolex book. See how hard that is? They can't change this. This can't be changed. Now, if you try to go buy a newer copy, yeah, they can change that. But still, old school ways always work, depending on what we're trying to do. If you want to read a book, go read a hard copy. I understand sometimes people like allowing it to read to them, but at some given time, they can change wording. They can change the point of view. They could change a lot of things about books if you haven't read it before. I can use prime example. I heard my son say at his school they looked at Charlotte Webb. I remember Charlotte Webb, but the way he explained it to me, I was like, hold up, I don't remember this. Like, why do it sound this way? Or I'm going back and forth with him, telling him it's not like that. But he's telling me, Dad, this is the way it said it to us. Not a book, but the way, I think it was audio that told him about. I said, son, go read the book. When you go read the book, think about when you go, if anybody that's a Harry Potter fan, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, even though he has a damn volumes of goddamn movies and books that you got to keep up with. But I realized once I started reading the Harry Potter book, it didn't look like the movie. It has its parts of the movie, but it didn't seem like the movie. And I'm like, damn, why does this sound like different? But I know the movie got to be more dramatic, got to be more detailed. It got to keep the viewer in. But when you go read the Harry Potter book, it's a cool book. Like I said, that damn thing the Harry Potter book is like an encyclopedia. That thing has a volume to it. You just got to make sure you watch the movies and make sure you read the books. But what I'm saying is, man, make sure that you somehow, some way, you start integrating AI into your household, because eventually everything in your house is going to be automated somehow, some way. You already see Tesla coming out with the Tesla bots, and other companies are in a race right now with robots and who can get it out first. Remember, you got to be careful with all this artificial intelligence, because it's a race to who can get to the front door first. Remember, when DeepSeek came out, DeepSeek couldn't even do half of the stuff ChatGPT. It was just the point of, it was a ChatGPT. It was something to do. We didn't even try to look at it. Look at all I remember seeing the stock market. SPY was at, I think like SPY was somewhere in the fives, like 590. And as soon as it said DeepSeek release, DeepSeek dropped the stock market from I think at 590 all the way like to 45. And that's a tremendous drop. But just remember, be careful when you upload your information to this. I'm gonna give a tip to everybody. When you start downloading all these AI applications, use a fake Google email. Why I'm saying this? Because when you keep pressing all okay, you're giving it okay to go inside your email. You're giving it okay to take all the information out of your Google Drive or whatever. Just imagine all the sensitive documents and stuff that you touch. You gave it an okay to read it. You gave it an okay to get into it. You pressed okay. Remember when you first got this iPhone and they kept asking you, like Instagram, when they asked you, do I have permission to touch? Do I have permission to see your photos? Do I have permission to turn your mic on? Do I have permission to look at this? You're not even reading it, because them damn words that look like they size of ants, sugar ants, you're not going to read it. You're just going to feel like, oh, okay, cool. They're not going to take anything to me. I don't have nothing important here, until you understand what you really have in there and is now being used for its own purpose. Because think about it. Notice when you start downloading these applications, you go on your Facebook and your Instagram, next thing you know, you see an infomercial. Just out of the blues, the infomercial. Or say you go buy something from Amazon and all of a sudden you see all these damn Amazon products. It's because you gave it the okay to be able to go inside of your stuff. Be careful. These are great tools to use, but make sure you know what tools to use that'll benefit what you're doing, because a lot of that stuff keep your IP. So if you go try to start a business, some of these platforms will keep your IP. So when you try to go do it, they already got your IP and they probably already tried to trademark it and do whatever they want with it. So please be part of AI. Be with AI. AI is not going to replace you. AI is only going to replace the people that don't know how to use it. Go to YouTube University. YouTube teach you every goddamn thing. YouTube teach you how to cook, teach you how to ride a bike. Hell, I seen somebody build a damn yacht in their backyard just from YouTube. Use this information, guys. Let's get out of being traditional and being in this space, because we done been this way. This is a resource, bro. Go use ChatGPT. Go use Claudia. Go find out all them other AI apps so you can start putting it in. But I'm happy being here with you guys today. I hope you guys love the topics I came up with. If you have any other topics you would like for me to discuss, talk to, break bread, have a discussion with you, let's do so. Let's do just that. I'm here for you, man. Check out the podcast, man. I just have two great guys. I had Eric on, and newly coming up this week will be Eugene with life insurance, whole life insurance. And my guy Eric with just, all the things we're doing in health and we need to be better with. So, like I said, check out the Prolific Mindset podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Music, Spotify, TikTok. We got it all. We everywhere. We everywhere. And plus, I use AI for that to make sure I post on all of them because I'm getting tired. At first, I was tired of just posting each one. But yeah, check us out on Instagram. Check us out check us out on Instagram. My handle Sneaks or the Prolific Mindset podcast on Instagram. And also, always remember, man, consistent elevation causes expansion. The more we elevate, the more we're going to cause an expansion. That's the only way the Prolific Mindset work. Have a great week. Be safe. Love you. Enjoy your week, baby. Peace.